final predictions and theories before the season finale of Rings of Power comes out. Let's go. Welcome back to AsArt. My name is Nick. I have Kyle here with me. Go visit him on Instagram, Pecos with a zero. He's a super talented artist. And if you haven't known or heard about us yet, we've been covering Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, to versus things, to the old anime, the old animation Lord of the Rings, and even the new animated Return of the King. So follow us for Lord of the Rings content. But here comes prediction time. Kyle, lead us off.
Boy. Okay. All right. Put me on the spot. Well, I've got a few here. I've got a few.
Give me the meat and give it to me raw.
I believe. Sorry. I just realized that two of my theories contradict themselves.
No, but that's fine.
But it's cool.
The show does that to itself too.
I believe this is true, Nick. This is very true. So I believe Sauron will not be revealed this finale.
That means the showrunners lied to us.
Yes. Now there's a caveat to that, which I'll get to in a little bit. I'll circle back. Okay. Oh. So, I'm saying this because Halbrand isn't Sauron, right? So it's not going to be revealed as him. So because remember, Tolkien stated in interviews and stuff that he avoided Galadriel during this time period.
Yes.
So why would he be right next to her the whole time, kind of being her sidekick basically?
Maybe the showrunners didn't know that little bit of detail.
You know what? Maybe there's that's the thing. We can always undercut these theories while the showrunners are just going ham with this stuff. But we'll see.
And maybe they're just trying to do a gotcha moment.
Okay, that's true.
You know what I mean?
He
was there the whole time.
Yeah.
He actually wrote the text in the sky.
Man, just like M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong. All right. So,
So really quick. So you don't think Halbrand is going to be Sauron?
Nope. Not at all.
Oh, okay.
Nope. There are other candidates which I may get into here, but
even though he's being taken to the elves right now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Exactly. Obviously, my theory. I'm still strong on my theory. I think
of course. Him. Oh, I expect you to never back
down. By the way,
Nick.
We have a theory video on that. We're not going to go into all the details here, but if you watch any of our videos, I think we mention it in every video. To the point, sometimes instead of saying Halbrand, we say Sauron.
I said that I had a Freudian slip myself last time, I believe, or one of those times. So the second prediction is Isildur will stay behind to begin building what will later be Gondor. So this is because this coincides with Bronwyn's mention of Pelargir, which is that old Númenorian colony she talked about at the mouth of the Anduin River. And if we are familiar with any Middle-earth geography, the Anduin River runs right by Minas Tirith, right? It's technically you just go upstream a bit north and you hit Minas Tirith, or where Minas Tirith will be, right?
So this is port where Aragorn boards the ships with the army of the
correct.
Dead?
Yes. So Pelargir, good, yeah, very astute, Nicholas. You get a gold star. Yeah, that's where he boards the ship, and Pelargir is where he does that stuff with the Dead Army.
Fun fact in the movie, that's one of Peter Jackson's cameos. He's one of the Corsairs on the ship.
That's right.
He's a cameo in every movie. He's the Corsair. He's like, argh. I think that's what they call him. But yeah, go on.
Yeah. No. So basically, I'm just saying that Isildur is going to find his way there after being rescued by Beric. Beric's going to take him there, a la Aragorn style, right?
Well, so the horse will take him there.
Yes.
So we'll get the scene of his hand grasping up onto the horse's hair. He's going to be pulled on the back. So it's going to be a reenactment of what later on Aragorn does.
Yeah, he's gonna essentially what I like to call a Duncan from Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. All you Kevin Costner fans, I'm looking at you. Okay. Anyway, my third prediction is Durin the Third is going to be gifted the first of the 7 rings of power, at least for the dwarves, right?
In this, so that's going to happen.
7
at the
rings
end of the
to the dwarf lords, huh?
Is this like season 2 thing, or you think this is going to happen at the end of this season?
I think something along these lines is going to happen at
the
end of this season.
You think the rings are going to be forged at the end of the season?
I think the first one is by Celebrimbor.
Oh, okay. So only one ring. So it'll be like one of the
Correct. The
7
first
and
ring,
the,
yes.
the 9
And this
and the
will
3.
sway him because remember, there are 7 dwarf
Lords.
factions, right?
Oh.
Or 9.
No, 9 to the race of men, 7 to the dwarf
Yeah,
lords,
so there are
and
7
3 to
so he's
the
going to give
elves.
one to each of the 7 dwarf factions. Of
Uh-huh.
course, Durins being the Longbeards, right? They're
Okay.
that faction, right?
And you have like
So-
the blue mountain. You have
yeah,
the
and then the
Iron
Iron
Hills.
Foots or Iron
that,
Feet or
yeah.
something. Yeah. Whatever. No.
Who cares about them? They're somewhere
No, I actually
underground
wish
right now.
I
mining.
actually feel ashamed. I can't name all 7. But anyway, so I believe that this is going to sway Durin the Third to change his stance on mining Mithril.
Oh, you don't
So
think
we
he's gonna
will-
die by the death of the Balrog?
Huh?
You don't think he's gonna die instead of getting persuaded?
Honestly, I think the Balrog is just like an early warning for the normies. Just like, oh, there's going to be consequences to their actions. Not necessarily that's going to pay off at the end of this season, but later on, right? It's just going to be like, ooh, they've begun the beginning of the end. Whenever that end is, we don't know yet, right?
I wonder why they want to save that for the season finale. Then
What's up?
you would think that like season finale like would be like you would end it with the Balrog
so that's the thing.
instead of this episode.
I'm not saying that they could save it for like in terms of like the Balrog. They could save that for a different season finale. Not just that. I'm just saying, not just that. Not this one.
Yeah.
You know.
It would also be weird too because they really haven't dug, but then again, there can be a major time jump by the next episode where they have crates of mithril already that they're shipping off to the elves. So
Nick, you're right.
we
That's
don't
the
know
one
with
thing
this
we haven't
show.
seen in any great succession is a time jump. Even though we're zipping all over the place in Middle
Yeah.
Earth and people are going hither and thither and yon.
I mean, it's amazing. Halbrand, who was wounded on a bed, is riding all the way across, like halfway
Yes.
across Middle Earth on horseback. He got up all by himself on the horse. He's riding all by himself, just going along,
Yeah,
just
they
fine.
They didn't even. Oh no! Wait, no. We don't want to go down this road. We don't want to go down this road.
Just get your one piece out, and we'll go back to theories. Go.
Okay, like they didn't even. They could have been like, here's like a little elixir that will sustain you for the ride. Right? Just. You could have just inserted that. That's like one line of script and another prop. Right? That's it. It's hardly
King's
any
foil.
cost.
It's a weed.
Right. Just bite on
stick it
this.
in
It'll
there.
give you stamina. And it's like, cool. All right. So I guess I can ride now. You
Or
know?
Galadriel could have said,
That
like,
would
a
be
kiss
even
from me will give you stamina. to
Oh my
ride."
God. That would have been hot. Anyway, so now
Oh, it's funny.
for my fourth one,
Bum,
this
bum,
is my
bum.
penultimate theory.
Mhm.
Annatar will be revealed. Bum 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 bum. Do you know what Annatar is, Nick?
That's that's Sauron in his elf form.
Dude, you get another gold star, dude. That's right.
Whoopee!
Yeah. So Annatar.
So
he
you're
is
saying
as Nick's-
Halbrand's gonna turn into him?
Oh, okay. You
Annatar.
think that? No, I think Annatar haven't even been shown yet. He's gonna just show up like Celebrimbor is gonna give him the ring, right? And he's like, oh, I couldn't have done it without the help of my colleague Annatar. And then he's like,
That would be a
hello,
stupid
like
cop-out.
dun 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 dun. Yeah, and so
That
then
would
he's gonna be.
That would be so bad.
I don't know. Just how things are shaping up. I feel that's what's
but
gonna
you know,
happen.
with this show, it's totally possible.
Yeah.
I mean, she doesn't even care that her husband's been missing. She literally looked for her brother for years, or revenged her brother looking for Sauron.
Well, she
but didn't
believes-
even think about looking for her husband. Though.
She believes her husband to be dead, though.
I know, but you
don't
would
go
think
looking for dead
missing in action. She said missing. He never
she
came
did.
home. So he never came home, meaning he was dead. But like, she spent all this time looking for Sauron. She couldn't spend any time looking for her husband. I don't know. Anyways,
Okay.
that's just her personality, though. Like, the first person she finds is the
Right.
kid, and she's like, "Let's go." It's like there's so many other people you have to help. Why are you
I know.
leaving?
She's like a meerkat in that respect.
I really like your theories, though.
Well, I have one more, but you know what,
Okay.
Nick? I'm hogging all of it. You go. We'll do yours.
Well, I was curious what you thought about the stranger. And
oh
his
my
theory.
God, Nick, you've touched on the next one I was going to talk about. So
Let's do it.
okay, so the stranger's identity will be revealed, or at least hinted more, as to be one of the blue wizards, either
Oh.
either Marintar or Romistamo.
Dang,
right?
did you just say those from memory? I'm just kidding.
No. Yeah, Nick. Yeah. As my eyes dart to the side of the screen. Okay. So I feel that he's going to meet his companion, which is the other blue wizard. Because remember, they kind of came in a pair, or they kind of traveled together in a pair.
So we'll have 2 wizards.
Yes. So the thing is, now these are the reasons I think this guy, the stranger, is one of the blue wizards. So now first off, this comes from the showrunners, right? Or just like kind of their thinking for this. So the blue wizards are ripe territory to explore, as there's very little lore about them, right? Like most of their details come from interviews with Tolkien and not in any of his writings, right? So like, I know what y'all are thinking. Well, what about Gandalf, right? Well, just to let you know, like, I get it. Gandalf is a super popular character in the Lord of the Rings franchise and the mythos, right?
Probably the most.
And like, there have been subtle indications it's him also with like the gray rags and like his powers, but like those
Friend
powers like also like are, some of those powers are shared by all of them, right? So like, the thing is, like, I'm kind of iffy on it still, right?
So I have a question for you. I don't mean to debunk your theory right away.
Yeah, it's cool.
Would we have seen 2 meteors?
Wait, 2 meteors?
Because he came flying in from the sky.
Yeah.
And if there's 2 blue wizards and they came at the same time, would we have saw 2 of them being flicked across the stars? Unless those meteors we saw were different. No, but just for your explanation, those could have been different meteors at different times. You know what I mean? Technically, they could have been flying different ways, but you would think, I mean, then again, we don't know. This is all theory territory.
I was about to say, well, the curvature of the Earth, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Middle Earth is flat. Point, right? Middle Earth is flat at this age.
It doesn't happen until the fall of Numenor, then it becomes rounded, right? Because that stops them from sailing.
The cataclysm. Yeah. So, fair point, Nicholas, but...
I'm just saying, but who knows?
Now,
I don't think any wizard came this way.
There are other tidbits of evidence that suggest it is the Blue Wizards, because the Stranger's arrival lines up with the Blue Wizard's arrival in the Second Age, which is around 1600 of the Second Age.
But with a timeline here is pretty funky with the show.
Well, still though, Gandalf and Saruman arrival technically don't get there until the Third Age.
And technically, Galadriel's never been to Numenor.
Nick?
But...
No,
it's not your fault. It's not your fault. Trust me. We'll do our both. We both try to rationalize this the best we can from what we know.
I'm trying to use book logic to rationalize this show.
But like Galadriel's husband's supposedly dead. She's supposed to have a kid around this time who's going to marry Elrond, so we can get kids and we get the whole. But it's they're doing their own pacing because she hasn't even had a kid yet that we know of. Maybe she left the kid behind to go find Sauron, but we have no idea what is going on really with that stuff.
The thing that would save this is a time jump for sure. But like
House of the Dragons, by the way, we watched that show too and we really enjoy it. And we'll be doing a review on every episode. So subscribe to get the reviews from House of Dragons.
Oh yeah. So now my final one. The Harfoots. Now this is of course just me kind of like, slightly referencing Middle Earth geography and also the episodes. Mm-hmm. But the Harfoots are headed east.
Yeah, aren't they right by the Greenwood, which is Mirkwood, right?
Yes. Well, it will later be called Mirkwood in the Third Age. That's not until Sauron's spirit kind of like the necromancer, right? Kind of.
They brought the spiders.
So it's still like, I wonder what Greenwood's going to look like, but that's the thing. So there's 2 things about this, right? That hint that they're going east. So Sadoc Burrows points the stranger towards Greenwood the Great, right? And after
he's going north?
Huh?
Is he going north? The stranger?
Nope.
Okay. I'm like, I thought he was going south,
because Sadoc Burrows pointed to on the other side of Mirkwood is a human settlement, right?
Oh, yes.
And so, and remember, this is also happening after in previous episodes we saw them crossing mountains, which I assume is the Misty Mountains, right?
Okay.
So yeah, and then this is indicative of, and also like this is just a fun, bit of trivia here. This is before hobbits settled down in the Shire. So this is indicative of hobbit migratory habits in this age, which is called the Wandering. Right. This is when they were like nomadic people. So
yeah, because they don't get the Shire until after all the wars in
Yeah, they don't get the
Angmar
Shire
happens,
until
right?
1150
Yeah.
of the Third Age.
Yeah, then like that's when the Duodyne, like
Yeah.
the Rangers protect them and all that stuff like that, and it's all Third Age stuff.
all TA stuff.
I believe
yeah.
that's all after the War of the Ring, right? Like after the first. That's after Sauron dies the first time, or the second time. Second time, yeah.
This is yes.
Because he
Yes.
dies when the flood happens, and
Yeah.
he loses a lot of his powers. I think he loses the ability to shapeshift, if my knowledge is correct, and that's why he always stays in his evil form after Numenor.
Okay.
I believe so. Don't quote me on it. I'm no expert. But we do have a Shire which is burning and some Mordor in his shirt. So go to AsArt.space to grab that shirt. Any other fun theories? Like, do you think anything's going to come about the Queen Regent when she goes back and she's blind now? So is that going to usurp her power? Is that going to sway people to go towards the bearded dude? He's like, I have wine. Come drink.
I think, yeah. Well, yeah. So, like, I think we're gonna see a reconciliation, with the Queen and her father.
Okay.
Just because, like, I mean, she seemed pretty committed that she's gonna be back, and this time I think we're gonna see the proper Numenorian, landing with like a bunch of ships, right? Like not
so
just
was
three.
this supposed to be like a scouting
Not the
party?
Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria.
Yeah.
What's up?
So this was more of a scouting party.
Yeah.
But you would
Yeah.
think if you're traveling with the Queen Regent, you would bring a hefty amount of troops, especially when you don't know what you're going into.
Nick,
But
Nick, these questions are
no need to go
dangerous,
there. On that note, let us know your theories down below. I loved all of Kyle's theories.
Wait, Nick,
My
Nick,
theories
I just-
are
yeah,
spliced
tell me your-
throughout so many of our videos and our content. I really wanted to hear Kyle talk. All my theories go down the hill, negative, down, burning, rolling, and exploding. So I was very, very intrigued to hear positive stuff, because my whole thing is like, I think Sauron's going to kill everyone and the series is going to end. Like, No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
That would just be too much fun. But it's like twist, alternate universe.
Oh my god.
But I'm super excited. No, I can't say I'm super excited, but I'm excited. Well, I am super excited for this season to end, and
Damn.
and then we'll see what happens. They're filming season 2, so we'll see what they come of it. Hopefully they'll learn from a lot of the mistakes they had in this season, like with pacing issues and writing issues and a lot of issues on my part. Other people's part, it was probably perfect, but maybe they'll learn from their mistakes to get a better series. So on that bombshell,
I think
Should I
you might
just-
have something there, Nick.
should I just put text up here saying the end instead of, no, I'm just kidding. But go follow Kyle on Instagram, Pecos with a 0. He's a super talented artist. He has some cool dwarf art. If you go way back on his script, he has some cool fantasy stuff. He's really into sci-fi though. We cover a lot of sci-fi shows here too. If you're into Dune, Raised by Wolves, like we like sci-fi here too. So subscribe to get all of our content, and go to AsArt.space for audio, video links, and our cool new shirts. And we'll see you on the next AsArt.
So again, the Elrond Durin story arc carried the show.
That's the only thing
like,
carrying the whole show.
I was like, that was the